Shalom. First and foremost, I have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kadosh. Much respect to Yakim and Aguafium, pushing the work of the Lord in true faith, sincerity, and promoting bodies living sacrifice, man. So today in this, quickie, I'm gonna tie quickie, meaning quick edification, before I go to the plantation, and I'm gonna title this, basically, beware of evil brothers, man, because in the times that we're in, the spirit of, betrayal is coming heavy, man. So you have to be aware of, brother spirits, and you have to ultimately be aware of your surroundings, man. Because at one point, even Yahushua himself got betrayed by someone who he trusted a lot, man. So we have to ultimately be prepared to ultimately see certain brothers, be, sifted out, because ultimately not everyone's going to be saved. Just because this brother was on fire, 2 years ago with you doesn't mean he's going to be on fire the next year, man. So you have to be able to ultimately be aware of certain brothers, man, because certain brothers may have that, that wickedness about them. They may have that jealousy, that envious spirit on them, man. They see you on fire, and then, some brothers, wicked brothers, they may, say certain stuff, man. They may say slick stuff. They may be, low-key throwing blows at you. So this is why you have to have the spiritual discernment, like, dang, this brother, doesn't seem on fire no more. This brother's going into different doctrines, all this, and you got to be aware of that, man. You got to have the spiritual lens to ultimately mark those who cause division. Even though it's a brother, that's probably your boy in the spirit, but if he's not doing the right thing, then you have to, ultimately cut him off, man. If he's not taking correction, then you have to respectfully stay away from him, man. Because the scriptures have said, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. What fellowship does light have with darkness, man? So ultimately, two cannot get along unless they agree. So if these brothers are going to different doctrines, and you're correcting them, man, just let them be, man. Let them be, because it was probably their destiny to ultimately, not be in this thing, man. Not be in this thing full time. Some brothers, they do things deceitfully, man. And the scriptures have said, because thou hast had deceit in thy heart, you will be exposed unto the, ministry, man. So we see a lot of brothers ultimately being revealed, their true spirits being revealed in these times, man. And first, let's go to the book of 1 John, chapter 4, starting at the first verse. 1 John 4:1, and it reads, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, man. So ultimately, you're not supposed to believe every spirit. You're not supposed to believe every spirit, man. So just because, he may look good outwardly, or he might say, Kwam Yeshua, like he says the name Yahweh and all that, that doesn't mean he's a righteous brother, man. But you have to try every spirit that they're of God, man. Because, man, it's a lot, man. I had to go, had some difficulties, but ultimately, let's read it again. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone into the world, man. So ultimately, you gotta be aware, because ultimately, false prophets, man. So ultimately, brothers, are some brothers may be false prophets, man. They may be wolves in sheep's clothing. So you gotta be aware, man. You gotta be aware of his spirit, man. If you can sense his spirit is trying to go in all different doctrines, basically being a chameleon, basically changing up every day, then you gotta cut him off, man. If he's still trying to be part of the world, man, then you gotta respectfully, stay away from him if he's not willing to receive correction, man. Because ultimately that will throw you down in the ditch, man. The blind cannot lead the blind, man. And let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 15, and it reads, And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in abundance of things which he possesseth, man. So ultimately, man, you got to take heed and beware of covetousness. The word covetousness means, different meanings, but ultimately in this text, in this context, it's referring to jealousy, man. So you got to be aware of jealousy, man, Because certain brothers, they will have that low-key hate about you, man. Some brothers may send you up to Esau Edom, man, in that day. So you have to ultimately be aware of that envious spirit that's on brothers, man. Because ultimately, Yahweh Shai was able to discern that Judas Iscariot was going to, ultimately, betray him, man. So you got to be aware of that, man. You got to be aware of covetousness. You got to be aware of jealousy, man. Because certain brothers, they may want to kill you on the low, man. Or they be like, oh, this brother ain't better than mine. Basically having that ego demon, man. So you got to be able to discern that, man. So with that, Lord willing, we edify to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. I gotta go to the implantation. Barak Yahweh, Barak Shai.